All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's tablet and pen time. Get ready to go. Get that tablet and pen. Let's write some things down and let's change this. Our goal is very simple. We have to understand we're going to play the game, we're going to win the game, and I'm going to change your life starting today. Is that okay? Let's write down today's date. Come on, let's understand it's December what? 18th. What is this? Is 2025. We're running out of time. Here's your life. Here's your life. Time, money, and credit. Not enough time, not enough money, and not enough credit. Oh my goodness, what do I do? See, that's where you panic sometimes and you kind of jack it up and get stuck. That kind of sucks. Now, we're going to have some fun today. They're going to put on that screen right there about the entity at risk. Let's understand something. I believe you've been ripped off by friends and family. Sorry to say, but it's true. A lot of you. I believe you start a business, you get knocked down, and 97% of businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years. I think you're hearing a lot of la, 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 blah, blah, blah out there today. I'm going to give you the rules and tools. I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. I've helped build about 60 billion over the last 49 years. I'm online 6 days a week, twice a day usually, and 5 classes on Saturday too, just because it's fun. 49 years. If you get out your tab and pen down and write today, I'll teach you how to play the game and win. We're going to actually give you an example of what's called a blueprint, okay? And basically, it's the blueprint of success. It's like anything else. One entity, you're risking it all. You got an LLC. Oh, goody for you. All right, you got one entity. You got all these houses. What do? Well, they sue the corporation or LLC. They sue you. See, that's what happens to all of us. We have to understand how to play the game to win. Today, we're going to focus on a couple of things. We're going to look at your future. It's right in front of you now. I'd like you to take a picture of that. I believe what you've been doing is you've been driving by your opportunity. And that opportunity is very simple. When you drove by the Wendy's restaurant the other day, go inside. Just go inside. Do it tomorrow, okay? And go and say, ask for the owner. They're going to say, there's no owner here. This is run by a corporation. It's a management company. See, I believe you've been driving by your opportunity since you were 10 years old. You didn't look at the Wendy's. You didn't look at the Jack in the Box as an opportunity. When I wrote the first original book years and years ago about laundromat, car washes, my printing companies, my payphones, and all this other stuff, it was simple. These were businesses that ran by themselves with management. You didn't have to do much for it. Because I don't think somebody out there who want to run a laundromat and car wash. Maybe you do. I got some clients out there, you need to get a car wash or laundromat. How about the yes? The answer is yes and no. I want to own it but not run it. Is that okay? See, that picture right there is your future. That's 2026. That's what you should have done a long time ago. So take a picture, print it, laminate it, put it on your refrigerator desk or work and make it your screensaver. We're going to change your life today. Now, once again, I'm online 6 days a week. 6 days a week. Twice a day, sometimes 5 times a day. If you ever get one of my books or any product from me, you're stuck with me. At any given time, you get any product or service from us, you are going to get stuck with me 6 days a week. I'm going to read you the story. I'm going to answer your questions. I think what happens today is you get all those books and blah, blah, blah out there, and you're going, what do I do next? The one who created it should be the one helping you. And that doesn't happen. That's kind of blah, blah, blah. But again, they're going to do what? They're too busy? No. If you wrote the book, tell people how to do it. Don't put people down. But again, what you see right here on the screen is very simple. I want you to write down, see it, believe it, go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. The goal is auto income. If we focus on today, all right, I want you to focus on tomorrow. I believe, sorry to say, you've been doing the same rerun most of your life. What does this mean? Yesterday and the day before, you did the same thing again and again. I want you to get up tomorrow, an hour earlier. I want you to find your me time. I'm up every day at 1:45 right now. 1:45 in the morning. I'm here by 3 o'clock, ready to go. Broadcast and have some fun. TikTok's great. I've been on that now for weeks. I'm new to TikTok. And I'm going to have much fun because I want to be #1 next year on TikTok because it's fun. Now, let's understand. I get to deal with you and have some fun. I'm going to say, please don't take pictures and record in the beginning. Why bother? You see, you take pictures of way too much. Let's focus on what it does, okay? Let's focus on what we need to do. I accomplished my goals, and I want you to do the same thing. I believe what happens is you get knocked down, you get stuck. For instance, okay, most of you, or not all of you, most of you, your credit score sucks. You jacked up your credit cards. You're stuck. What do we do next? What do we do next? You're listening to a bunch of silly stuff out there. You need this, you need that, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. That's what happens. That's wrong. No, 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 no. When I helped set up the system way in the 70s and 80s and 90s, I got to train Ken Yarborough from TRW, became Asperian. You see, your credit card's in your personal wallet today. You got to focus on that. See, the problem you had is you jacked it up. You got stuck. Understand, all credit cards need a sticky. If you have a $10,000 card like this one here, and you basically use it to pass 29%, it's yellow, then it becomes red. Now your credit's on fire. If you have a 50,000, it's okay. Understand that? If you jack it up, what do? You back yourself in the corner. The rules and tools you never learn how to do because no one needed to teach you. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. So I want you to write down 29% rule. It is called 25 to 29% rule. We're going to create a blueprint of success, and we're going to show you how you can change your life starting today. All cards fluctuate, all of them. You need a sticky. Write down all cards fluctuate. Next thing is we're going to find out what cards don't fluctuate. The ability to play the game to win. And that's what we have to do is to win. You see, like these cards here, they don't fluctuate. Fluctuation is what kills your score, by the way, if you don't know it. When we designed the system was the oldest card, and then it was the 25, 29% rule. That's why they always say below 30. But again, the numbers don't lie, only people lie. These do not fluctuate. They're up to a period of time limit to $100,000, and they're a limit to $1 million. What you did for you, sorry to say, this is what you did. You lost your job. You had an emergency. All right, you couldn't find a job right away, and you jacked up the wrong cards. You brought the pain home to you. Sometimes we become our worst enemy. We're going to teach you how to play the game and win. Is that okay? What's today's date again? What did you write down? December 18th? Today is what I want you to do is mark time. 90 days from now, you could have 750 if you do what you're told to do. 6 months from now, you can have auto income. Now, the office wants me to say 6 months to 9 months because some of you don't follow through fast enough. Okay, we'll say that. Here's me in 1981. In 1981, because I accomplished every goal I ever had, every goal. I don't stop till I do. So as I show you this picture on the screen, it'll show that I hold the record for the highest kick at the time. That's only 13 feet. 2 feet, 2 steps, and I'm up 13 feet kicking the light. See, I accomplished my goals. I don't have excuses. I don't have excuses at all. So what do you do? Understand, I want you to get rid of those excuses, kind of throw them away. Tonight, you're going to have the ability to click the link in my bio for more information. And that's what you get to do. See it, believe it, go get it. I accomplished my goals. Now, as we do this, I want you to understand, I want to see the word goodies. I want you to understand I like goodies. You like goodies? Goodies to me were Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and goodies and helicopters and yachts. That's a goodie to me, okay? When I studied the Rockefellers and all these famous people years and years ago, I learned one thing, how to protect my assets by owning nothing. When you own something, the problem is it's you. We have the ability to play the game to win if we don't want to basically have a problem as we do this as well. Huh? Okay, so as we do all these pieces, let's understand. If we see it, believe it, go get it. That's the ultimate goal. Now, I like houses, okay? There's 5 islands in Huntington Harbor. I had properties on Seascape and Coral Cay in Portofino Cove. There's one with the largest U-Dock with yacht in the backyard and goodies. These are goodies, and that's what we want. Rags to riches is the ultimate goal. Rags to riches. We all have a sad story to tell. Most people didn't really care. Now, we're going to talk about 1975 and 1976. We're going to go back in time for a minute because you need to understand this works. Over here, we're going to write the word bank. Okay, banks. Let's just put banks. The banks have branches. These are branches. These are called corporations. So they have branch numbers. So the bank has a corporate umbrella. Now, this is basically 75, all right, and 4 and 76. That's what I'm looking. I'm learning that a corporation owns corporations back then. That corporation owns corporation. That's the thing, okay? So I'm creating what's called winning the game of business in 1976. It's corps owning corps, and that's what happened. So I'm following what they're doing, and I'm studying and researching what I could do there. So as we do this, understand. How soon can I have goodies? Well, it depends how soon you follow through and do what you're told to do. Without foundation, it's not going to happen. So let's understand. Foundation builds credit. Foundation builds the foundation of credit and finance. So I always say that foundation builds finance and credit. So you get to finance the business. It offsets the taxes. But again, how you're structured is the biggest problem. Because of your lack of knowledge about rules and tools, most of you bring the pain home. But if we compare 1976 here in banks and what they're doing and understand how I changed it for myself, I can change it for you. So this is basically what is called a line of defense. Banks tend to bankrupt locations, and I'm not here to be your CPA or attorney. You can hire them all day long you want. But here, they're bankrupting locations. Right now, they have 21,000 locations that are closing right now between now and the end of the year. What they're doing here is what's called tax balancing. This is the IRS. The IRS is in charge. They're doing tax balancing. So they get rid of pieces because they're allowed to do so. But again, things have to change for you as well. So what do? Let's go over here and understand, we're going to talk about you now, the SS5. You took an SS5 form equals a SSN, okay, equals a 1040 tax return, okay? We get a paycheck. Our paycheck is taxed before we get the leftover. Then everything we touch again is taxed again and then again. So we have to understand how it works. How do rich and famous people do it? What have I trained them for 49 years to do? I studied the Rockefellers. They were my favorite ones in the first place. Okay, so we understand here's income. Now you have to decide for you, and I want to give you two numbers. So write them both down. Do you need today 6420, all right, as well, your income, or do you need, all right, $10,000, okay? So what happens, you have to know what your numbers are. I believe none of you know your numbers in the first place. Sorry. Well, what does it take to take care of your family? What does it take? My focus is very simple, okay? If I'm okay, my wife's okay, my 6 kids are okay, my grandkids are okay, then I can go start a business. Instead, most people jack it up and take the money from the family and screw it all up. And then they bring the pain home. And then they play with this bad credit for 3 to 6 years and have the up and down show. They screw it all up. That's not good. So pick a number, what makes sense to you. The next thing we have to focus, if we're married, we have to understand something today. Okay, let's say you're married. Okay, let's do a you. You're you. Okay, fantastic. You have a spouse. There's another you. There's two of you. You became one. Fantastic under what I call God's eyes. But the problem is you're one. Now you pay more tax. Congratulations. You pay more tax as a married couple. But what do we do next? Okay. We have the ability, if we listen and learn to play the game, we could have 3 divisions of ourselves. If the bank can have 3 divisions or more, so can we. But again, with no intent to do what? Fraud, of course. I'm not here to be your CPA and attorney, but I'd like to show you what you could do in public record because you allowed yourself to be a duck and a sheep. I'm sorry to say I believe that to be true because you brought the pain home to you and your family as well. So what do? We create a line of defense. A line of defense, okay? Here we're going to write down SS4. I want you to write down SS4 here, 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 and here. So what happens is very simple. The SS5 to SSN, you get one of these, so you have one chance to try. As long as you're trying and you're not dying with the rallies, you're not trying, you kind of give it up. What happened in 75, 76, I created a system, and I was so excited to show the world my goodies, okay? This is what you could do. This is what you do. Now, I had my TV show, radio shows. I was the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years, by the way. I had 4 events every week, okay? From basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturdays, all right, and even Fridays. So we had plenty of time to help people. So if you get any product of mine, you're stuck with me. Whatever it might be in the future, all right, you're stuck with me. I will not let you get in the program with me unless you're stuck with me, period. Because I feel responsible if you bought something or anything else that you don't screw it up, okay? So winning the game of business made sense to me. So I want you to understand how it actually works, okay? So here's your life, here's your husband or wife situation, okay? First of all, we got to basically think about house, okay? Now, you get silly people out there going, I don't want to, you should never buy a house. I might have $100 million of houses, but you shouldn't buy one. I don't like double talk. That's called BS. Okay, if we get our paycheck, what do they take? Tax, and then we get the leftover. Okay, we're taxed, we get the leftover. Got it? Corporations are taxed when they make any leftover. If we pay the bills first on the corporation, we're not taxed until we're profitable. Okay, borrow money is not taxable, and we get to write off the interest rate on the credit card. So the difference, you see rich, you see poor, poor, rich. What's happening is because you don't know how to play the game, the difference, you should join them. That's the ultimate goal. What happens is very simple. So if we receive a paycheck, we know we're going to tax, we get the leftover, and what we need to do is pay as much tax as we have to. As much as we want, have to. When you bought a house, it should have been escrow, closed, homestead, trust. Most people I talk to don't even know what a homestead is. They never put an irrevocable trust. That should have been done before you took keys of the house. And what you did is because it's you, everybody knows you own the house. It's public record. Once again, I'm not here to be safe an attorney. All right, so it's going to be up to you. Hey, E-Cats, how you doing tonight? Thank you for your support. Follow me, all right? All I would love you to do is help me get to the 10,000 followers, and I'll help you help me. You click the link in my bio for more information. That's all you need to do. And we get to help each other. Is that okay? We played the game. Now, what happens next? We're not done. So here we have to talk about car. So let's write down the word car. No problem. We have a registered owner. We have a lien holder. Let's make a better R on that. Registered owner, lien holder. In a bumpity bump, they never sue the lien holder. They sue the registered owner, which is you. See, you're not protecting yourself, and you're not planning the problem. And then when the problem happens, you're not prepared, and you get your assets kicked. And that's not fun. My next system to help people, all right, happened in 1985, by the way, 85. And then I kept changing it. What happens? Very simple. So here we're looking at 76 banks to banks, and this is what people are doing. Today, they're telling you the same silly thing. They're so outdated with all the blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous. Let's write down LLC, okay? Let's write down LLP. Let's write down C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit. Let's write down PC, professional corp, okay? So here's your categories you can pick. Now, you probably have one anyway, so let's draw this little square right here. So the LLC, for instance, okay? It's a limited liability company equals corporation anyway. All right, but again, what do we do? Again, I'm not here to be safe an attorney. Most of you spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that's actually free. In all 50 states, you pay a little filing fee, okay? Very simple. All right, you can actually get it for free if you want to. So if we play this game to win, let's do this. Let's create something called division. I would like you to write down the word division process. I had a problem in 1984. My problem is I got a letter in the mail. It said I had to pay franchise tax fee. In California, it's public record. You can find out yourself. They're going to charge you $800 to $1,000 per corporation. Okay, just to have a corporation. So when you hear that guy out there going, you need 21 LLCs, that's 21,000 just to say you have a corporation. It's ridiculous, or LLCs. So we're going to continue here. I want you to continue with me. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we have 9 entities. So what does this mean? I want you to write down the word entity. I want you to write down and understand SS4 says employer, entity, or individual person. Write it down again. Employer, entity, individual person. You've allowed yourself to be a duck and a sheep, and I want that to change. Now, you're going to find out I'm not going to give you can do this. No, I'm going to tell you what to do. I treat my clients like they're 2.5 years old. Always, 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 always have. Because that's what needs to be done. Now, if we have write down management company. The management company should manage, let's say, we have properties. If you have 3 houses in an LLC, since it's public record online, if they sue that, they would sue you. That's called a duck and a sheep. Okay, so this could be destroyed, and there goes your family. So we have the choice. If we put each property in the division process, and I hope you're writing this down because this is what you need to do. The more you write, the more you actually record in your brain, by the way, if you don't know that. So we basically see with our eyes, ears, and we hear what we say too. So what are we doing? We're creating a line of defense, okay? This is a line of defense, okay? This is basically a corporate umbrella, all right? If we have a management company, okay, managing 9 locations, 9 divisions. This is 18. Numbers never lie, only people lie. It's very simple. People lie. So what do we have to do? If we want to play the game to win, we have to follow through and build a blueprint for you, and this should be a custom blueprint for your life. Every life's a little different. Now we're going to take this here and we're going to create 3 divisions of me. Write down division of me. The division of me, when you write it down, it means it's you. Got it so far? So division of me. We have choices today, okay? So when we look at a division of me, for instance, this one's going to be for like contracts, okay? Contracts, so put a C there. This is supply credit equals cash credit. We're going to write cash here. This is credit cards, okay? Let's understand something. So 3 divisions of me. I'm going to show you chapter 18 says this is a legal person. It's public record. Once again, not to be seen by an attorney. Okay, our goal is to teach you how to play and repackage your life, if that's okay. So if we look at the next series that I created, and I put it out there in 1985, it's called The Blueprint of Success. It's the Millionaires Founders Kit. We've updated it many times over the years. So that's the Millionaires Founders Kit. Take a picture if you want. All right, again, scan. You can do that too. And you can click the link in my bio for more information. There you go. It's going to be up to you. When we do this today, let's understand. What I created for me and for you and everybody in this world was a book per month. If month 1, we take building the wealth and financial freedom. We master the book in book 1, and that's first month. We take financial forms, foundation forms. How to manage stock kit and paper trail. Every type of corporation has one of these. This is minutes and bylaws, minutes and bylaws. Even the LLC says certificate of what? Ownership. Certificate of ownership. It's right on the certificates, and you're the managing member. It's in your possession. The reality is, I think you're a duck and a sheep. So if we manage the entities, we manage the what minutes and bylaws, then we look at goal setting. To reach a goal is only 38 steps. People make it more difficult than it is. It doesn't have to be. All right, so again, what do we do? The next thing was like book 2. Now we're going to what? To the next month. And this is basically building more wealth and protecting assets. What I did is I studied rich and famous people as a kid while I was being used and abused and went to the library all the time. I could hide at the library. They called me hiding there. That's what it was, because I read books. I taught myself how to read at 2.5 years old, just memorize what she read. Simple. She kept saying, "Oh, it's a piece of, what, in the corner." She wasn't very nice. She was mean. Her name is Mrs. Hope, believe it or not. The overview, how to set up the credit files for the corporation. Because in 1987, I'm the guy that created the files that can set up to Spear and Transfer and Equifax under tax ID. Every division here would have tax ID, which means eventually it has all 3 credit reports. So in the beginning, I don't need tax ID yet, but I want the credit report. I set up the dashboards in 87 to do that. So techniques, out the applications. How about multiple corporations, multiple entities? So this is what we designed. This is what I designed for the world back in then. Reaching the finish line and raising the bar all the time, up, up, and away. Okay. I got to the first million, all right, literally when I was 14.5 years old, to structure and money in the bank. That's right. I lied and got a birth certificate, borrowed it, got a driver's license. I fibbed. I'm a sinner. I'm sorry. I had to ask God to forgive me for that. What happens is the nonprofit. A nonprofit corporation set up today, next year you get grant money. That's $100,000 plus. If you don't have a paycheck, go get a nonprofit, get the grant money, hire yourself. You just solved your problem. But make sure you do good to help the world. That's the goal as we play the game. Once again, it's called Winning the Game of Business, first series. Next was the Blueprint of Success and the Millionaires Founders Kit. Now, I want to change the world. If you allow me to help you, I'd love to do that. All right, this is a book that was written for very simple. I dedicated to Harold Stokes, my mentor, my professor, and also one of my attorneys years ago, and he's passed away. He wanted me to change the world, okay? This is called Starting Out Right, okay? Starting Out Right. So if you want information on it, you just click the link in my bio for more information. There you go. This helps the kids in high school and college set up their credit files. We actually offer to do that for free. I'll also give their first credit card for free. By the way, you need this book too. There's your problem. You need the book because you have no idea of the rules and tools your whole life, and you're 35 to 75 and you don't know diddly squat. Sorry, I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't think you know diddly squat. Sorry. I think you've been having amateur time most of the time of your life and kind of guessing, and your friends and family kind of mess it up too. But that's just my opinion. All right, I'm just going to be honest. Do never take things personally, please. I'm 35 and I'm in debt. I need help. Well, first of all, Sophie, you're in debt. Why don't we do a couple things here? Let's say if you're building, you have an idea about building a business and a dream. You're in debt. Why? Let's find out what happened. We can create ways to reduce debt. Okay. There's ways to get even supply credit to reduce debt. There's many ways to do this and solve the problem. But again, that's the thing I would want to do. That's called a what? A blueprint call. We can help her what needs to be done as well. Here's the first thing I want to do for everybody. I want to analyze your credit. I would like to personally analyze every one of you and tell you what needs to be done. Now, I've done this for 50 years. Next year's 50 years. I've helped 50 million people analyze them over the years, by the way. It's like on Friday, which is tomorrow, I'm going to be analyzing people that our team put together. This is a Experience Judgment Equifax, and I can tell them exactly what to do, guarantee it, and they can get to the millionaire status if they want to, but it's going to be up to them. So again, go back to here. This is starting out right, okay? This is for kids in high school, college, but every grown-up needs it. Every grown-up needs it. It's very simple. Again, click the link in my bio, get some more information. That's all you need to do. If you need to, you can ask for Renette. All right, she'll help you as well. What do we do? There's 1,000 steps to millionaire. 1,000 steps. The way I designed it is you can't actually screw it up as long as you follow through. But again, this is 1985 and updated all the time. That's important to me and should be important to you. Goodies. Goodies, I had a problem in the 80s and 90s. They kept saying loan to value problem, throwing that in my face. I got millions in the bank and they're telling me I can't get something. Are you crazy? But again, divisions separate liability. Okay? Divisions have their own credit file. Divisions don't have that problem if we multiply locations. Again, what do? The Millionaires Founders Kit sold at the Bonaventure, all right, Long Beach, Orange County, and Ontario for 32 years for $5,000 a set. Very simple. The goal is to give somebody the rules and tools, and you need a copy of that, by the way. But that's there for $5,000 a set, okay? But again, nowadays, it's not that price. Okay, that's a long time ago. Now, here's 2009. We always have an old blanket today. Is that correct? All right, that's what we did. We check out the yacht, all right, group of people on July 4th, and the next day I'm in a coma. Okay, my life gets stolen, and this is $3.7 billion in structure. Not mine, of course, because I don't have anything in my name, because I'm not dumb enough to put something in my name. And we're going to teach you how to play that game too. You should own nothing but control everything. And to understand these little things out, you need a trust. Stop. There's more to this than a trust or an LLC. They're not giving you the real rules and tools. While I'm in a coma, my wife calls Ron, my district manager. Instead of coming to help her, he goes to the office, U-Haul truck, steals books and CDs. Tom, my IT manager, decides to sell my websites and phone numbers to the highest bidder. See, I had one of the top info commercials in the world. I was training Russ Dalby's people, Carlton Sheets and Dave Dugat and all these people in my training companies. Again, what happens, I got 50 million people on my database, and he sells it to a porn site. What a nice guy. Don't ever call the phone number of the CD. Who do you trust? I trust God, my wife, and my kids. That's it. So again, please be careful. The goodies. I know how to create $1 million. I know how to leverage that to 100 million to $1 billion. I've done it all my life. And I've helped rich and famous people do all the time. I've incorporated even presidents and normal people. Guthrie Ranker years ago accused me to only want to help poor people. I want to help everybody. That's the ultimate goal. All right, so again, what do? We play the game. I'm not in debt, but I have big ambitions. Well, again, this is Ice-T. I know the original Ice-T, so this is probably a different Ice-T, okay? All right, so the end, actually, he's a client, by the way. But what happens is very simple. You get ambitions, okay, then do this. Some people, every level we're at today, we're in debt, we're not in debt, we need this, and this. Without the setup, you're not going to get there, ICT. Okay? You're probably right now, I'd say you're probably 38 years old, okay? And you've basically been, good or bad and ugly, you brought the pain home a couple of times. But again, what do? July 4, 2009. Everything I touched turns to gold. Since I was a kid, no problem. I brought in my first $1 million through structure at 14 and a half, having fun. First billion through structure is 21 years old. First billion, 2.6 billion, 26. I was afraid when I turned 26, so I got everything I want. I thought I was going to pass away when I was 27. I watched all the grown-ups when they retire get fat, ugly, and die. I thought that was going to happen to me. So I realized if I help more people, and basically I can help myself too. It gave me a passion to help you, by the way. So goodies, I like goodies. Now I know what it looked like when I'm dead. I was dead. I died at 541. Sucks. All right, that's what happens. What do? I'm in a coma. I die. I got a choice that day to come back. So again, all right, I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. You can take a picture, you can scan that and check the address to find I'm telling you the truth. Every race boat and every Duffy and every goodie there, it's got Ray Reynolds University on the side of it. It's a marketing tool. You can sponsor the Indy 500 if you wanted to, but it's going to be up to you. Okay. And someone says they love Linda and Dwayne. Linda and Dwayne are an example that I show people all the time. I'll show you tonight too. Linda's been my client since 1986. She spent, all right, I think it was $1,999 on a credit card to get in a program called Eagle's Nest, nonprofit, of course. Okay. And then she took it international, and it's kind of fun. But again, she listened, she learned, she did what she was told to do. Very simple. So I'm laying there. All right, having a blanky day like we all do. All right, didn't realize they stole my $3.7 billion of structure. All right, coma. All right, everything's gone. What do we do now? I got the choice to come back, and then the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. So I get to come back. Didn't realize my wife and my kids in the car, we have nowhere to go. Our houses were stolen. Everything we got is gone. Stolen. What do we do? What would you do? Okay, because I know how to take my 3 divisions of me right here and my 5 closet divisions, I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I bought my wife her next dream house, the estate we live in today, and other pieces as well. So you don't have to stay down. You stay down because you don't know any better. You stay down because you're listening to blah, blah, blah out there and all the social media going blah, 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 blah. There's so much BS out there, it's ridiculous. And I'll challenge every one of them because I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Because I got an IQ of 203 and recall most things, and I write with both hands at the same time. That's why they said I was slow as a kid. No. Now, I moved 24 times with a lot of lousy people by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. That kind of sucks. I've been shot 3 times with a gun, okay? I've been knifed 6 times. But I'm still trying to help people. So don't give me your sad story. Get over it and just get past it. I use this for just energy. I want to get out of, what I call hell. That's what I wanted to get out when I was a kid. The Millionaire's Founders Kit. Without that structure, okay, all right, we want to be aggressive. That's great, okay? This is ICT. Without that structure right now and understanding the structure you need, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry. You're going to play up and down all your life trying to figure it out. And you're going to be ripped off by all these blah, 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 blah. And I tell you the truth, you're stuck with me 6 days a week. Is that okay? Get involved with me. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to make sure you get there. I only had 37 billionaire clients and 37 billionaires. Fun. Take your picture. Again, all you have to do is very simple. There's a scan. You can click the link in my bio for more information. You can even ask for Renette if you need some help. No problem at all. I want you to plan the problem. You see, maybe you don't get that. Okay? You're not prepared for blank to hit the fan. Plan the problem. What does this mean? Okay? The house you purchase, you should purchase, it offsets your taxes, or if anything, the house payment is 24 years of interest. Then if you're getting taxed on your paycheck, does it not give you a tax credit to give some money back, right? The property tax gives you some money back. You don't get that when you have a lease or a finance or whatever without finance. But again, this payment for your house payment is the same rent payment anyway. How are you going to get back on your paycheck unless you own a house? So when I hear blah, 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 don't buy a house, but he's got $100 million houses, it's called dumb. I've never heard something stupid in my life, but that's just my opinion. What do? House offsets taxes. The car you have today, you have a problem. Your problem is you. Sorry. You go to a Sam's Club, wherever you go, fine. You go to a store, whatever it is, and they get you in a bumpity bump. Bop. Here's where you have to learn to shut up. Sorry. All right. You have to be quiet. You see, when you get out of the car, we got a bumpity bump. You want to be nice. Oh, goody. I work during the day. I work here. My house is empty. Come rob it as well. And this is what I do. Stop it. I've never seen so much silliness in my life. Today, you're going to write some things down. You ready to write? Your car, registered owner, is going to change to a division. You're going to change this to a division right here because I said so. I'm going to tell you what to do. And I pray to God you follow through. Online, you're going to see them go, you can only write us so much of your car. Who cares about the write-off? I care about the liability. Corporation can absorb the car and drive a company car. Who cares about the write-off? It's like, this is amateur hour. Drive a company car. The liability is the things that gets people. Red shown it here. The driver's license insurance registration right now has your home address on it. 99% of your home address. That's changed today as P.O. Box. You do not tell a stranger where you live. It's bad enough we got all these, bloodsuckers on TV and billboards everywhere. Let's sue everybody. Be careful. Plan the problem, please. If you have a house, you don't buy a joint, because if you lost it, it's a 1099-C tax problem. I'm not here to be safe an attorney, but you have the ability to play, to learn, to win. Here's a house, okay? Let's pretend, all right, you got a house. Did you do escrow, close, homestead, trust? Okay, let's put it on the screen so let's understand. House. If we bought that as a husband and wife situation, we made ourselves the ducks. I said, God made us one. That's fine, pay more tax, but everything you do is separate from now on, because I said so. He or she is on that loan, period. If you lose the house, they don't come get her. You separate liability, that's your goal. Lose the house, that's a 1099-C for the IRS, the creditor turns you in. Car, you lose the car, same thing happens. So we have to separate pieces that we do, and the irrevocable trust you both control anyway. So we got to learn to play the game. House, lose it, 1099-C. Car, shouldn't even be your car in the first place. But again, I like goodies. I show stuff that's real, not a bunch of BS, okay? All right, again, I don't kill money. I don't like to kill money. Yachts, houses, helicopters, goodies, that's goodies. Those are goodies. And then on my house that I live in, I didn't buy the house. It's not my house. It was bought basically through a trust. It's an estate, by the way. But again, what do? We protect the goodies. I accomplished my goals because I don't have an excuse. All I knew as a kid, being used and abused sucked. I went out of hell. I read books and books and books and books. And if I could touch it, I could kick it. That was me kicking the door jamb at 14 or 10. Me, 14, kicking the basketball hoop. Here in 81, kicking the light out. If you can touch, you can kick it. Put your mindset where it needs to be. Your mind needs to be always good. You ask me how I'm doing, it's always good. Thank you, Jesus. You see, I learned a long time ago to not let you steal my peace. Nobody steals my peace. It's always good. If somebody asks you how you're doing today and you're having a lousy day, do not give them your peace. It's always good. That's what you say. From now on, I'm going to teach you how to walk and talk. Sorry, we're going to do it my way. Your way sucks. We're going to say, always good, thank you, Jesus, whatever you believe in, because that's what they need. What do we do? What did you do? Honey, we're going to start a business with these friends and family in the kitchen here. We're going to jack up our cards, drop our score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to bring the pain over you and me and hawk our house too. That's called silly. That's called dumb. Why would you bring the pain home when you never had to? Fluctuation. I see silly things out there. You should charge up $1,000 and pay it off every month. Stop. That's called dumb. Oh, you should get this card and jack it up. Even the one I looked at today, he's using an American Express card. They don't fluctuate. What the hell are you talking about? I've never seen something as dumb in my life. Oh, my goodness. I told you SSN equals what? SS5 and SS4. What do we look at? Here's the 1040. We get a paycheck. We're taxed. We get the leftover. We're taxed. We get the leftover. Then everything we touch is taxed again and again. Corporations don't pay tax till they're profitable. Till they're what? And we use borrow money to what? Not pay tax in the first place. Should we own nothing but control everything? That's the goal. What if we are puppet masters? I started a club called the Puppet Master Club 40 years ago. I want you to read the SS4 right there in front of you. It says employer, entity, employer, and it says individual person. That form was created as a universal form, by the way. Your SSN, on the back of the card, when we got our cards, or mommy did it at the hospital when Nixon took the gold standard out. It says, do not laminate, don't carry with you, do not use for ID purposes. In the 70s and 80s, we got credit cards in the mail without using our SSN. You only get one. But again, what do? Line 1, it says the legal name of entity or individual person, or basically here. I'd like you to have 3 of those. I'd like you to have 3 of those. Would that be okay? Because you have 3 different chances to try. I'd like you to protect your family. I'd like you to control everything, but no, nothing, because you're ducks and sheep. We all at one time. Here's very simple. Balance your score. I am the one that created the concept with your world here to have experience. It is 25 to 29% rule, period. It is not 30. It is not above that, blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of hooey. So every credit card you got in your personal wallet needs a sticky. We got to dummy proof this, because sometimes we're all a bunch of dummies. Again, what do we do if we have an emergency? Oops, I tapped the triggered, all right, random. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Now, what I'd like you to do is basically follow the live, share the live with everybody you got. Help me get to the 10,000 followers. Now, this is what the truth is, because this is how it works. I'm an affiliate to accreditors, 119 of them. I got them to do 18 years ago a POT. It's paid over time limit, by the way, up to 100,000. And they don't fluctuate. They don't what? Write it down. Write it down. You're going to quit screwing up. Yes, you. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you what to do. I treat you like you're 2 years old, and you're going to do this to do my way, because your way sucks. I'm going to get you to millionaire. Is that okay? Someway I'll get you to billionaire. They are up to unlimited cards. So what do? Again, we balance the score to get more. We must get credit to finance the business. We have no choice. But why do you steal it from your family to roll the dice and screw it up? Maybe foundation a little bit, okay? Corporations articles are free anyway. You just pay a filing fee. NACB certified Ray Reynolds, that's me. Simple. What do? What is our goal? Write it down. I want this in your brain to understand how to play every day from now on. All cards fluctuate but two. Those cards don't fluctuate. You jacked up the wrong card. If you jacked up these cards, your score would never drop. You can get more. Great people, good people like all of you, get the problem, you bring the pain home. Stop it. Quit jacking up the wrong card. That's what people need to tell you is the truth. Here's chapter 18, okay? Chapter 18 is something I heard when I was a little boy listening to Mrs. Hope's poker game in the corner, and she told everybody not to talk to the piece of what in the corner. That was me. Okay, what happens? A corporation's illegal what? I'm not here to be sapient attorney. It says it right there for you, but I'm showing you public record. Supreme Court said a corporation's a legal person. It's right there, right there. May sue, be sued. It's right there. What do we get to do? Let's understand. All right, it also says not required to file a fictitious business name. Now, I've written two variations of winning the credit game. That's right, winning the credit game. All right, two variations for people. Understand. I've written about 67 books in the last 49 years, and you could play and learn to win the game. And you get a copy of it as well. If you want a copy, again, click the link in my bio and follow the information. And that's all you need to do. If you need to ask for a Renette tonight, you can do that too. We look at here the SS5. You fill out this form when you were 14 to 16. If not, mommy did it when you were born, if you were born from 71 on, because Nixon took the gold standard out. They made it federally mandated. Every hospital makes you fill out that form. We're bonded up to $35 million apiece. So they want to know the time we are past and the time we're born. We're bonded. Here again, the SS4. Employer, entity, individual person. Entity. When I decided to think about what I could create for myself in 1984. In 1984, I had a problem, okay? So let's write down 1984. 1984. 84 was very simple. They gave me a letter that says I don't have to pay franchise tax fee. I own some Shakey's, some 31 Flavors, some Subway, some shopping centers, some condos and houses. Okay. Well, I wanted to ask a basic question for Sacramento, California. Could I have an entity under the corporation that doesn't pay franchise tax fee? So I'm seeing in my head, chapter 18 says I don't need to file this. I'm seeing in my head because I process differently like most. And I see the SS4 right here, and it says entity. It says what? Entity. So I see this. So I was told I can create a form or modify one, and they'd approve it. So what happened in 1985, okay? So we took 84 to understand how it happened. In 1985, division process was created. This is why they're teaching you things out there in blah, blah, blah land about what's the old stuff 5 or 10, 20 years ago. It's blah, 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 blah. It's ridiculous. Every corporation, LLC or LLP, if it's sued, they sue you. If you create a management company, managing entities, each one can have its own credit file. Each one is entitled to $1 million of credit. If they give me these two right here, which they did, this is my wife's cards, and then what they do, they offer 99 more cards, 99. That means if I have a $100,000 card, $100,000 card right here for the parent company, so there's $100,000 to finance the business. If I have 9 divisions, that equals $1 million of credit. One card can end up being up to $1 million of credit, and you have 10 cards to play with, you can create up to $10 million of credit. Maybe you take from your family to start the foundation and build the dream, but then let's let it finance itself. Because borrow money is not taxable, okay? Corporate credit didn't show up on personal file unless it's a Spark card, and you get to play. It's right here in front of you. But what happens is bank to bank, grocery store in cities, they use corp to corp, and that's the biggest mistake you have. Corp to corp should not be. It should be division process. I'm sorry. All right, they're teaching you wrong, in my opinion. When I set up the dashboard in 1987, Yarborough, this is Ken Yarborough, and I wrote a book called File Segregation. I didn't like it, and we were working together for 70s and 80s and having some fun. I didn't like it. He says, your divisions take up to 90 days. I don't care. He wanted to kind of fibble it, my opinion. So I put that on the shelf. Let's watch. A person, a corporation, a division, or subsidiary can obtain a Asperian Treasury and Equifax for cash credit. I established the dashboard in 87. Got it? We play the game to win. So the goal is, like today, someone said they're basically in debt. I'm trying to escrow, okay? 100,000 with 9 times into 2026. Is that possible? Well, first of all, you know, because you're trying to do it. The answer is no. Okay, let's rephrase this. All right, my way. Okay, if I have a corporation or entities, if I had 9, can I close 9 escrows? Yes. My record is 16 escrows in the same day. 16 escrows. Would you like to do 16? That's only basically $100,000 per, 10,000 each. So that's the goal. So if you want to create that for the corporation structure, the answer is yes. 2026 is where I'm going to help every one of you, and I don't care if you're jacked up. One lady said she's jacked up on her credit. I don't care. She's going to take supply credit right here, supply, and turn it into cash. She's going to reduce her debt over here and get rid of that crap that she's got on her because she didn't know any better. She jacked it up, got stuck. I got 53,000, all right, and it's easy to get up to 51,000. So we'll say 51 because I got 53. I'm more aggressive than most people. Okay, but that's how it works. Now, 18 years ago, as an affiliate, understand you cannot find a cash application on planet Earth in the United States of America that does not have division process on it. Comma, slow me down. Pandemic slowed us all down. Every cash application says division process. You understand? I got them to do that 18 years ago. All cash applications. If we play the game, can we win? Yes, we can. It's called winning the game of business. The car. I used a Lamborghini, okay? Here's the keys to that Lamborghini at the time, no problem. But I didn't buy it under me. If I buy it under me, there's a problem. I get in a bumpity bump, they want to sue me. I purchased the car through a division of a corporation so they can actually pay for the car, that $10,000 a month it takes to run the car. Payment, insurance, everything else. Okay, it's very simple. If I have a problem with that car, a problem with that division, I'm allowed to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw it away. In other words, I don't put everything in one basket. When I was a kid, they said, do not put all your eggs in one basket. I asked, how does that work? What did I get from the grown-ups? I thought grown-ups were dumb. I grew up, I realized they're all dumb as far as I'm concerned. But again, we don't have to be stressed out. We don't have to hurt our families ever. Focus again. What I'm going to say is we take care of family first. Family first. My beautiful wife, my 6 kids, my grandkids, we take care of family first. Income, bills are paid, a little leftover. We're okay, we're okay. Then we do the corporate structure and division process. When you steal from the family, you bring the pain home, most of you, all the time. All the time. Every asset here is a division. All right, the car I signed is a division. I signed the lease of this building and the one next door too. So I have a division, okay, of me, Ray Reynolds, very simple. I signed it SS4 versus SSN. If I don't like the building or we got to move or something happens, I get to get rid of the piece. Here, you are the piece. If I have a tenant that's bad, what I have to do, disconnect the piece. I get the other pieces. Banks, grocery stores do it this way, corp to corp. And this is the way you should do it in the first place. Unfortunately, the information out there, as far as I'm concerned, is a bunch of hooey. They're 10 years past due. They're 10 years they're out of touch. The house, the car. The S is for receives money. Receives money, doesn't pay tax till you're profitable. Here, I'm going to daisy chain, write down daisy chain of credit. I developed 113 ways how to daisy chain credit from corp to division process, and even for me. So we're going to use credit to finance the business, because where are you going to get the money? We play my way. Rockefellers are my favorite. Then we look at Kennedy's, Hilton's, Firestone's, Getty's, and Ford's. They did it right. Rockefellers, you didn't own things, you controlled everything. Now, somewhere you go out there, you know, trust and stuff, do what they did. Stop. What they're saying is wrong, okay? They're saying wrong. Okay, let's see. Connection loss. All right, basically, please. This is from the other program or something. I don't know what it is. It's a little note. Who knows? All right, the read notes will just keep going anyway. So if we control everything, we become a puppet master. I don't own the cars I drive. I don't own the house I live in. I don't own anything. I haven't had a bank account in 40 years, so I want one of those. I don't want one. I want to make sure we understand how to play the game to win. Is that the goal? Let's win the game of business. Let's structure the right way. And what do? So everything here, let's understand. When I got my first Jack in a Box a long time ago, it was a division. So if we put a Jack in a Box, let's put a J here, okay? How about my first 31 flavor ice cream? How about the Subway? No problem, okay? So every type of business we have can be a division managed by a management company. That's why I want 18. This is 9 lines of credit. Each line of credit can finance a business or what it needs to do and offset the taxes. Debt offsets taxes. But again, understand how to play. But you're going to have to follow through, and that's what I need you to do. Let me tell you what to do. Chapter 18 again. It's public record. I'm not here to be sapient attorney. It's very simple. Corporations, what does it say again? So we looked at and understand that an LLC is a limited liability company. It's a corporation when you file the tax return. Someone said that's not true. Most LLCs become S corp, okay? Because they can do that to 3 to 5 million without paying tax in most cases. So what do? All right, 7.5. I hear this, no problem. Library time. I learned to research and find out how can I put it together. It says not required to file fictitious business name. So what does that mean? Not required. I knew that was wrong when I was 9.5 years old. I'm 9.5, and I knew that was wrong. I think differently than most people. The lie, I believe you lie to yourself, sorry to say, and I believe people lie to you. You see, if you sign for that car, for the corporation, you sign the lease of the building or a credit card, if it goes bad and they sue the corp, they sue you. You're a duck and a sheep. Congratulations. If the corporation is managing divisions, we can separate liabilities. Banks do corps to corps because they have billions of dollars. They're all settling right now anyway for the end of the year. So we get to play the game to win. Division process. So what do? I would like you, let me give you some assignments tonight and you do your homework, okay? I would like you, I'm trying, we did the escrow, the gold, platinum, and flex, we did that too. All right, I locked in Ray Reynolds. Oh, you are locked in Renee as afternoon, looking forward to that. Okay, that's up to you. What do? Okay, also winning picks, welcome to Ray Reynolds' family. Okay, that's great. Now let's understand. You're stuck with me, okay? I don't want you ever, all right, listening to someone else's blah, blah, blah. And if you believe in a blah, 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 put them on the phone with me. You and I on that phone with them. I will challenge anybody on planet Earth, knowledge to knowledge, guaranteed. Believe me, I'll win. I'll win almost every time. You have to check your corporation out today. You write down sos.ca.gov. I want you to find out on the Secretary of State's website that it shows your home address, 87% of you. That was wrong. You told the world where you live. No, that's a P.O. box because you're allowed that. I want you to have a division of yourself under the corporation. I want you to have division structure. If we're going to roll the dice, it should be a division, so we're not a duck or sheep ourselves. Remember, write it down. I'm willing to sacrifice the division, not the corp for my family. So far, you've been sacrificing you, I believe, okay? If you were to say you wanted a nonprofit, this is important to me. My first corp was nonprofit. I sent away $10. I was 9.5. Well, what do I know? I'm reading books. $10. Okay, this is me, 9.5 years old, sent it to Sacramento, California. It comes back, corporation. Freaked us out. What freaked us out is all corporations and people were getting credit cards without applying for credit. I'm 9.5 years old, got $100,000 credit cards in the mail. It's ridiculous. Mrs. Hope thought it was a crook. Nonprofit. And that's the first one because it costs $10. That same corporation, all these years long, now all these years past, is $30. You got $30? Now, what you want is the golden ticket. Okay. If you did nonprofit, what does this mean? Today, let's say I need a raise or I want to offset taxes. You'll notice that I always say pay tax or buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, and you must pay tax or get a spaceship. I say nowadays get a tax and pay nonprofit. Nonprofit will help you help other people. This is a federal exemption. They actually backdate them as well if you don't know that. So if that nonprofit corp was set up today and you didn't do the exemption until next year, they'll backdate it to this year anyway. Next year, because of elderly, we're living longer, it's working longer, and homeless, they're giving grant money up to billions of dollars. Would you like a grant for $100,000 and you go work for a nonprofit, then you have your corporation profit and you work in conjunction? See, that's called grant money. You today should learn how the articles are free, but then the officer's tax ID and then workshop with me, you're stuck with me. An exemption, they're out there selling it for about $15,000 to help you do that. I just say go to the class. Now, I give it away for $4.99 in most cases. It's simple. So again, what happens is you can basically look into the link in the bio and get some more information if you want. And if you need to ask for it now, you can do that too, or scan code. It's simple. The goal is, what are we going to do tomorrow? If you don't set it up for today and tomorrow, we got problems. I'd like you to take a picture there, okay? I'd like you to focus. I have done auto income most of my life, even though I have businesses over here doing things like this. But again, this is what we do. So let's understand. I believe you drive by your opportunity. When I wrote the first book on laundromats, car washes, and dry cleaners years ago, my payphones and my printing companies, no problem, because it's auto income. These are the 10 things I want you to focus on for 2026. This is your future. This is your future. This is everybody's future, okay? All right, if I fall on hard times and lost my cards, what is the best way to bounce back? I'm going to say, let's analyze you. We all fall in hard times. We all fall in hard times. Don't give me that, okay? It's called fight. I can't say it because someone else used it. When my infomercial, I said, fight, 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 let's go get it. But again, I can't say that anymore. Okay. We all fall in hard times. I died in a coma, came back, lost it all. What do? I know how to build $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. That's what I did. You know, I got my divisions of me. I have a closet of divisions. So you could, within 90 days or less, you can be back on your feet a little bit, and we go up and away. But again, the office wants me to tell you 6 months to 9 months. Okay. When I work with people personally, I'm done in 90 days. I give you the checklist. You better do what I ask to tell you to do. I don't ask, I tell you what to do, period. I analyze you. You're going to do this. Next phone call 3 weeks later, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. You do this. I tell every client what to do. I always have. I don't have time for blah, 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 blah. Okay. I can rebuild anybody. Would you like me to build you? All right. I'm on it. What's your Ray? Just signed up the other day for a nonprofit. Again, nonprofit. Let's watch Linda here. Linda Dwayne. She's been a client. She's one of my first 50 clients in 1986. Okay. And let's watch what happens. Linda goes to what's called Eagle's Nest. It's a workshop that I was doing to take people from nationwide. And it was the largest nonprofit educational thing we did. Eagle's Nest. She paid $1,999. It was $26 a month. She financed me. She even wrote me off. Okay. So here's Linda Dwayne. Personal credit build up 185 days. Business to 450,000, 365 days. Because it takes time. What do? Now, Linda, I help her get a blueprint loan. Let's write down blueprint loan. This is off the Amex for up to $250,000. Now, in the project she wanted to do, it's the Hyatt Hotel in Texas. Okay. All right, $200,000 is the down payment. Linda, would you like 3 people plus you, because you can use checkbook money too to get that $25,000 in the escrow? All right, it's very simple. Ray, I got this one. Okay, no problem. Bow out. I've helped her be $1 million or 5+ times, and she's done millions and millions of dollars. So she got this 117 units. The Hyatt Hotel in Texas is now called the Blueprint Apartments, named after me. Okay, for Blueprint Apartments. So what happens is now, a year later, this 210 days plus a year are 344,000 monthly and about 6.4 million a year. That's just that project. What do? You take a picture right here, right in front of you, and she'll tell you how I made her a millionaire 5 times. She'll tell you flat out that I told her what to do, and if she didn't, her CPA told her something else. She said, Ray said this, Ray said that. I train them too. But I'm not here to be CPA and attorney. I'm just going to put people in check. I don't like the blah, blah, blah out there today. I just want to help people. That's now a $27 million project. This is profit and nonprofit. Listen carefully. 100 vets, 100 days. Okay? Hotels turn into apartments. They have a store. They have a restaurant. Now we get food delivery. The grant for food delivery every month is $100,000. So now we're sponsored up and away. You got it so far? We get to play the game to win. But again, we have right now about 51 escrows lined up for next year. It's a little over $1 billion. Okay? If you want, we lined up escrows. You can partner with me. That means we're really not partners. I'll coach you. I'll get you there. I'll get you the money to get the honey. You're going to write a check to escrow. I don't ever want that money ever. You get a deed of trust and own a piece of something. If you owned a Wendy's restaurant or something, or storage unit, laundromats, car washes, whatever it is. It's a business ran by a management company, and you don't have to be involved in it. You're just an investor. I believe you shouldn't run a business because most of you are not good at it. You suck. Sorry. Hey, you had 25,000, 50,000, you blew it and kind of wasted it away. My way, you get auto income. If you get auto income the rest of your life, what's going to happen? Your bills are paid. Your family's taken care of. If you're old that died screwed up, you do it again and again, and you get to win. It's a division process. Why would you want to be a duck and a sheep? Do we walk around going, blah, 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 wah, wah, wah? No. I'm going to give you a list. This is a daily, weekly list of project lists. I'm going to be telling you what to do. You play with me. I'm going to tell you what to do. Flat out. That's just me. I don't have time for going blah, blah, blah. Okay? I want you to win. I'm going to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. That's what we're going to do. Right now, you're going to write down UCC1. Write it down. Now. Not next week. Now. You're going to write down UCC1 in entitlement of ownership. You're going to write down irrevocable trust. These are things you're going to learn to master and learn how to do through the workshops that I teach on Saturdays and sometimes on Friday too. What do? You're going to go to your house today, videotape your house in your office. You're going to make a list and check it twice and then see if you've been naughty or nice. That's okay. What do? We have to make a list to understand something. The house has a deed of trust. Car has a pink slip. No problem. We understand that. The goodies, where do they go when we're gone? Where do the goodies go when you're gone? You can leverage goodies into more money. So you get more honey. The honey is the car and the house and the assets. Irrevocable trust. You're going to learn to play, not just hear blah, blah, blah. You're stuck with me every step of the way. How many divisions do you need? It's going to be up to you. Linda, for that hotel, 117 units, she needed 121 divisions. Why? Because we have 117 people. Some can slip and fall and hurt us and sue us and what mess us up. If a division is per unit, we separate liability per unit. We can also become the bank. If you have a fourplex apartment complex, you take my form I created in 1998, 1989, assignment of mortgage. We can become the bank and create 40 more % income within 90 days on the things you lease out today, 44% more, just by becoming the bank. I'm going to say 9 divisions. That's 9 lines of credit. 9 locations or whatever you want it to be. There's 18. Numbers don't lie, only people lie. Simple. We play. In my books 40 years ago, this is the first drawing 40 years ago. We update it all the time. That is a corporation with a division and 3 subs and 2 and 1 more. That is 16 entities that allowed me to create up to 16 million of credit right there. Every entity, all right, can have credit in its own file so you can multiply it to more. But again, it's up to you. You don't need a bunch of LSEs. Problem I had in 1988. I got $53 million of credit cards, okay? This is about 42 million of credit cards, and the dashboard has about 62. We play with live credit, not trade line crap. So what happens is, my problem is they're shrinking my limits. I'm panicking. I'm going, what am I going to do? So what happens? Very simple. Okay. I wanted to figure out how do I save the credit because they're shrinking my limits. Library time, C191D, said I could loan money privately to people as a corporation. Okay, that's what I did. I created a matrix. Then I wrote another book. Everything I did for myself, I tell people what I did for me, I can do it for you. The book's called basically, very simple. Okay, all right, buckets of money. Buckets of money allowed me to take 4.6 million of that credit, loan it out in buckets, and then I created Homestead Blocker, UCC, Win and Chattel Mortgage. They don't pay, I get the goodies. They don't pay, I get the goodies. I win even when I lose. All right, that's $190,000 a month, by the way, and that's in 1989, if you don't know. From there, it's very simple. The notes behind that became $1.1 billion. Okay, we can actually become the bank if you want to, but it's up to you. One of my first cars was a Quintos Lamborghini. Had my race motorcycles, my boat, and all the goodies too. Why not? But it's through a division process. Oh, the yachts and race boats. What did it say? Ray Reynolds University on the side of that? Hey, let's go for a ride. Let's play my way. Your way what? See, the Lamborghini is an example, very simple. This is the key to that car. It's registered at the time to a division. I don't own the car, but I drive the car. Corporation car gets right there off. Got it so far? So I don't think you should ever own anything. Do me a favor, please, all right, follow the live and share the live with everybody you got. Share with everybody. If the divisions are LLCs, then what are they? I'm getting there. You've been online for 3 days watching me. Let's get you to play the game. Let's get you to win. Okay, LLCs are limited liability companies, blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous. All right, you're going to have an entity. Listen to the word entity under the corporation. Simple. So again, maybe you just want answers and you want all the answers and you're not willing to help me help you. Okay, that's okay. Hey, I'm going to call it like it is. Been here for 3 days. Let's get off the, let's go get it. All right, you want to do it. You say you want to do it, but you're not doing it. That's what we got. I'm going to challenge him. Why? If he wants to go get it, let's go get it. Every goodie is not my goodie. That $64 million bill is not my goodie. I like goodies. You like goodies? This Lamborghini's a division. A division. All right, I got the keys, not mine. Got the keys, not mine. All right, and even the Harleys too. We go in the love rides and have chalk rides. Let's get sponsored to do that too. Isn't it fun? I like the Ferraris. They're good too. So here's the S55. Again and again, I had 21 cars in a car collection at one time. Even the ski boats. We play, we play, we play. We get to win all day. Even the W said the Ray Reynolds University. You see, you got to play. It's a marketing tool. Don't own it. Control it. Be a puppet master. But it's up to you. My beautiful wife and all the goodies. I like goodies. So we get to play my way. I like my way. You like my way yet? But again, all right, the U-Docs and the goodies in the backyard. Why not? So here's my wife's car at the time. She's got one coming in. We're going to film that too. Let's write it down. Fleet price, tax ID division. Write it down. Fleet price, tax ID division. Write it down. See, you shouldn't own a car anyway. Don't worry about it. What? And the thing is, don't have somebody guess. It is 6,000 pounds and above. I hear somebody there, they're guessing. It's like, oh, hey. All right, he just drives me nuts. I've never heard so much BS out of somebody's mouth in my life. So again, what is it? Fleet price tax ID division. We play my way. I like my way. Your 2026 can change starting today if you want to. You've been having New Year's resolutions for years and you kind of get rid of them in 3 weeks or less. That's what most people do. So you're trying to get a bunch of this. This is not even money. It's a Federal Reserve note. It hasn't been money for years. It's called a legal tender. But I'm not here to be safe an attorney. You got to put your mindset right. Always good. Focus, focus, focus. If I can touch it, I can kick it. I like goodies, don't you? But a division as a corporation, what I designed in 85 is the only way to play the game and roll the dice to get more and control it all anyway. It's not a bunch of LLCs. Those are those ding-dongs that are going, yeah. I never seen such a dummy in my life. So this represents 1,013 divisions. Is that okay? I don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. I got to protect my assets. I call it boring and steady. Boring and what? Steady. You see, when you drive by Wendy's today, go inside, ask the owner. Where's the owner? What are they going to say? They're going to say flat out, we're ran by a management company. The owner's not here. What do you do? So let's do boring and steady. First of all, for every one of you, I want to blueprint you. Okay? Blueprint you. What does that mean? Very simple. I want you and I on the phone. I got to talk about your past, present, and future. Your good, bad, and ugly. Did you file a bankruptcy? Was it an 11, 13, 7? Did you seal it? Or did you let that company out there called Statewide put it on your credit file? Creditors and the courts never talk to the credit bureaus. You allowed that, didn't you? You have a tax problem? We might help you with an often compromise. Family, corporation, divisions, 18. All right, irrevocable trust. We got a plan to live. We got a plan to what? Die. We got a plan to do everything. The lack of planning is why things get screwed up, and the lack of follow through. Car, division, house, trust, and we're going to look at auto income. And what I put in my book in 1975, I wrote it, 15 years old, simple, cash flow for your time, financial freedom. A blueprint call to me is cost up to $5,000. It's not cheap. You're stuck with me, but I want your partner life on the phone too. So what do? The office here sells it for $2,000. That's fine. When you're online here, you can basically find out. You get a discount right there in front of you, and you click the link in my bio and find out more information. Ask for Renette. It's simple. But again, when are you going to get, blankety blanky ready to go? Listening to rules and tools is fine. This is the overview. You got to go get it. And I'm going to hold your hand to go get it. Again, you can take a picture, screenshot it. There you go. You get to play my way because I don't like your way. Sorry. I die in a coma. They stole my $3.7 billion. My wife and kids are in the car. What am I going to do? What would you do? Simple. All right. I built $1 million of credit, bought my wife her next dream house. I don't stay stuck. Stuck sucks. You could actually refer people to us. Get us at 10,000, right, or followers tonight, and I'll give you a free blueprint call. Refer people. All right. Follow me. Share the like. Let's change this world. Share the live. But again, you can click the link in my bio and find out more information. See, you can become an affiliate and play. I'm going to talk to you about Analytical 750. Credit Karma, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sorry, they should be fired, in my opinion. They have no phone number. They don't really want to help you, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. And they don't have Experian. Banks look at Experian, people. All right, Chase Bank, your credit cards, this is $200,000. What would you do with it? This is corporate cards. They have 6 ink cards. So they don't charge interest up to 22 months on personal business cards. I kind of like that. I think that's like free money. Analytical, all right, if you signed up for them, it's going to be up to you, and you can check the bio and figure out if you ever want to do that. Analytical analyzes you, all right? They charge a little fee every month. That's fine. They call you every 46 days. All right, they call you every 46 days to keep you on check. This is your personal experience under an Equifax. And then they're going to help you with your business reports. They help with the Dun & Bradstreet, the Experian, the Treasury, and Equifax business reports. A real service, as their app's coming out next year anyway. The goal is simple. All right, you can be involved in that as well if you want to. I just want to give you information to help you. Then I want you to go to the workshops and learn how to put the pieces together. Because overview is nice, but let's get involved. Again, fleet price actually, they see all these hearts. Thank you for the hearts. So let's understand things very simple what we get to do. We'll make sure I don't miss any questions. So what happens is we have the ability to play. So I would tell you that I've written 67 books so far. I got about 40 being edited right now. Every time I do something that works for me, I turn it into a workbook because I want to help you. And that's the ultimate goal. So again, all right, I want you to learn to play the game and win. What do? Let's understand. Let's write down borrow money is not taxable. Not here, BCAP attorney at all. Borrow money is not taxable. Debt offsets taxes. Debt offsets taxes. If you allowed me to build you up, I would talk about checkbook money and blueprint loans and other types of money. I would say we're going to take the corporate credit and use it to basically what? Buy the lifetime income. Your problem, most of you wasted $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 in your life, and you're basically what, 35 to 75 years old, a little disappointed. This time we're going to do it my way. Your way. I'd like you to get a mirror today and later on and say you're fired. I'd like you to fire yourself. I want to tell you what to do because that way we get it done right away. So you buy an income, that's a fourplex, an apartment complex. That could be the storage unit, the laundromat, the Wendy's, the Jack in the Box, and all the goodies. Winning the game of business. Again, I released in 76. I was 16. What did you do? I never went to high school. I went to college instead. Orange Coast College. Driving a Lamborghini. Now watch. Do you want to be a millionaire? It's simple. Do you want to be one? I'd tell you to say no. There's too many people always going, I'm rich. Look at me. I'm rich. Stop it. Your corporation's rich. They're lucky the IRS doesn't hear what they say and indict them. I don't want you to be rich or a millionaire. I want you to be a puppet master. I want you to have 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit, 9 locations of something. That's 18. 18 gets you 100,000 a month. You understand? Numbers never lie. Only people lie. This time, let's follow through my way. You're stuck with me 6 days a week. On Saturday, you got 5 live classes. Currently, I'm giving for free. Normally, you get 1 of them free. The rest you charge, and we charge money for it. Get them while they're free. Simple. Humpty Dumpty time. What does that mean? I'm going to talk about divisions. My dashboard, 1987, if I put history, it establishes Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. History establishes that. So I'm going to say foundation builds credit and finance. If I take these cards here, and I basically want more of these cards, I'm going to get division process. I do not need tax ID for the cards until I ask for separate billing. In my system as an affiliate, or affiliate to creditors, I'm adding to one of my cards. I'm adding to my dashboard, my history for you. And what happens next? When I go to get you lined up and I ask for your own card, I get 2 choices. I get authorized user, which is never, or separate billing. You get separate billing. That's what happens. Separate billing every time. And that's what your goal is. Very simple. So divisions, we charge $1,000. They're not cheap. It's a replacement of you, $1,000. We're building the credit reports, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. When we want to separate billing, we're going to do what? Get you tax ID. So here's 3 with or without credit. Here's 9. Here's 12. What happens right now, because the year is ending, we're running out of time. This is something you can do tonight with me. Very simple. If you call the office next week or tomorrow, fine, they'll give it to you for normal price. If you did it here, very simple to do. All right, you can check and basically click the link in my bio. All right, and if you need information, it's there. You can ask for Annette as well. She'll help you too. The ultimate goal is getting past go because you're stuck, in my opinion. So tonight, if you wanted the 9 divisions or 18, it's up to you what you want to do. But again, you get to play my way a little bit. I like to kind of give them away as much as I can. It just covers the cost because you're going to need 18 of these if you want 100,000 a month. But it's up to you. We play the game. If I was to build you 25,000 of credit, we're going to charge you 10% usually. But again, what do? Get a discount because you're online with me. Simple. You check the bio and you check the information. You talk to someone. You just see if you want to do. Our choices are simple. 50,000 in credit. Okay, we do that. Maybe it's 100,000. I like that too. So again, what we get to do is help you, and you're going to have to build the finance to this. Now you can build your own credit. I'll teach you to do that too, but it's up to you. My way, I get bigger limits for you if you want. And that's the ultimate goal. Okay. Now, 800-254-9506. You can basically, again, click the link in my bio. The information's right there as well. In case somebody didn't do that, there's the phone number for you too, as we play the game to win. Now, I have 2 things about a blueprint call. I have a starter call. What does this mean? What happens here is like a whole package for you. This is a blueprint call. It's a starter for 30 minutes. This is the Millionaire's Founders Kit. This is credit rebuilding. This is personal rapid score. And I created rapid scoring actually 49 years ago, almost 49 years ago. And this is profit, nonprofit, corp free, because they're free to everybody. And let's say we build you 10,000 of credit. If I charge you up to $1,000, I'm going to give you 10 times your money back anyway. That's how it works. That could be personal and business. So take your picture, understand that. That's what the salesman would basically want to kind of talk to you about. As we do this, very simple. If we did it for me and you check the bio tonight and you just followed the link and talk to Annette, there you go. We're going to hold your hand and help you every step of the way. But it's up to you. Follow through is everything. I would like you to find some me time. I learned a long time ago, I used to wake up at 2:25 in the morning because I did that because the abuser would get me at 2:30. I learned to wake up early so he couldn't get me. That's just what I had to do. For this last month and a half, and since we've been on TikTok all the time and learning that as well, because I want to go viral and everything else and have fun with every one of you, I've been getting up at 1:45 in the morning. I go live every morning at 3 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, having fun, ready to go. Well, what happens with you is very simple. Find some me time. Get up tomorrow an hour earlier. Me time is important. I would like you to become a puppet master. I'd like you to control everything and know nothing. Is that okay? My way? But it's going to be up to you. That 1,013 divisions to protect our assets. What do? Boring and steady. And I told you to take a picture. I asked you to earlier to take that picture. We get to play the game. Ray Reynolds says, David's still around over there. Again, I know there's a David. No, David leaves early at 4 o'clock or something. But you talk to Renette. You can talk to her. Check the bio on the phone number right away. No problem at all. So again, what happens is very simple. I call it boring and steady. I want income from my family so we pay our bills. We're okay. Then I want to do other things as well. When I wrote Cash Flow for You per Time, I was 15. Okay, in my book at 16. So again, what do? If we do this correctly, we have over 51 escrows for next year so far. We're going to gather more because that's going to give us about 3 to 5 billion next year to put people in escrow. My problem in 1987 is I had more things escrows going and I didn't have enough people to help me. So I turned my clients into my soldiers. What do? You take a picture here. There's your future. There's your goal. That's your 2026. That's what you should be focusing on today. Corporation, 9 divisions, 9 locations, or whatever you want to do. And we'll line them up. You get to pick what you want. It's up to you. But what happens? The goal should be up to $10,000 to $1 million a month. I literally got to the point I got to $1 million a day in 2006, 7, 8, 9, okay? But again, we're just playing the game to win back then. Didn't know I was going to go in a coma and my life would be ruined and shut down. What do? This is checkbook money. This is blueprint loans. Checkbook money, blueprint loans. What does this mean? If I rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty, you get your 750 score, you get the corporation division process set up for you and hold your hand, and we sing Kumbaya, would you follow through? Would you do what you're told? What does this mean? I'm going to take 3 of you and me in an escrow. All right, we're not partners. We own a piece of something. This means you're writing a check from checkbook money, blueprint loan or something, and you own a piece. This is your piece forever. It's your piece. After all the bills are paid, this is like a laundromat, car wash, dry cleaner. Your income is about $3,200 a month. It's not making you rich. That goal, I told you, I don't want you to be rich. I want your bills paid first. I want your bills paid first. Okay? I want your what? Bills paid first. The corporation absorbs the money. They don't pay tax until they're profitable. You get a paycheck and your lifestyle is your income and you break even. Here's $50,000. I need $200,000 in an escrow. 3 plus me makes what? There you go. That's a storage unit. That's a fourplex. That's up to $5,600 a month after the bills were paid each. What do? Maybe we want to take 5 plus me. Now we want $75,000 for a bigger storage unit or apartment complex. See, the goal is you get a piece. I don't want that money in escrow ever. You do your own piece. I don't like when you give money to someone else and they invest it for you and blah, 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 and they're rich and rich and rich and blah, blah, blah. I don't like that stuff. Here's 7 people plus me. We need $100,000. We need $1 million for buying a Wendy's restaurant. I need $1 million. Well, guess what? If we took 10 of us at $100,000 each from the line of credit, what do we got? We got a Wendy's up to $96.20 a month. Apartment complex, storage unit. What do you become? There's your future. Your future is right in front of you. Me holding your hand, teaching you and telling you what to do, and there you go. You're stuck with me. You've wasted so much money in doing blah, blah, blah all the time. It's ridiculous. This time you're stuck with me 6 days a week. You will become a puppet master. You will control everything and own nothing because that's your ultimate goal. The entity, so the one says, what's an entity? It's very simple. This form said husband and wife and partner, 1984. I can create a form or modify. When I modify this because it's 17,983. What do? Your corporation is going to have a division called 4A. You're 4A. I'm a 4. Then I need more people. It's an A, B, C, D. You understand? We own a piece. Nobody takes from you ever again. You own a piece of auto income since 1987. Again, this is something you should do, and every one of you should do this. It's up to you. All right? Let's understand. Sometimes people, let me do for 90 days. See how you do, Ray. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see 90 days. Let's do a year or whatever. A 90-day program lines you up to get 1 to 3 escrows. That's what it does. Through 1 to 3. Here's $100,000 of personal business credit, you or corporate, combination of both. Here's a blueprint call. Here's monthly calls every 3 weeks. You're stuck with me. And the 18 books are the Millionaire's Founders Kit, the real estate system, and the financial system. Here's 18 divisions. If divisions are 1,000 each, that's 18,000 plus $100,000 credit is another 10. Normally, this would be about $30,000. But again, what is your goal? Office had it listed. They gave it away for 7. I give it away, all right, only to one of you tonight, period, for 5. Okay, 5. That's $5,000. Now you're stuck with me if you want to be. But again, before we do anything else, all you have to do is click the link in my bio and check out the information. You're going to talk to someone, talk to Renette. We're here to help you get past go. If you want to, again, you can scan code as well. What do? Very simple. Tonight, all right, I have only one for the 12 months available. I broadcast twice a day. I have up to 4 calls per day. I have one opening for the 12 months. That's it. From there, I'm sold out for right now. What do? But if you're committing to a year of me, I'm going to get you $200,000 in credit, $100,000 you in the corporation. We're going to do a blueprint call. We're going to call you, and I'm going to be on that phone with you and your partner of life every 3 weeks for the next 12 months. And we're going to basically line up 10 escrows. But again, we normally charge $27,000 for that. It's not cheap. You used to charge $100,000. Okay. What do? Your goal is to be winning the game of business. If you say you want to put $2,500 in a program, you could do that. You could finance the balance, but you lose half the credit. If you paid the balance right away, you get $200,000 in credit. My goal is to hold your hand and tell you what to do. If you think I'm not going to tell you what to do, do not play with me. I don't have patience, all right, for people who don't listen. All right, I'm going to tell you what to do. You're going to follow through, and I'm going to guarantee what I do. 100%. I carry a $5 million bond anyway. So guess what? 49 years, 6 days a week, get stuck with me. I'll change your life. The office gave that away for 20 today. No one took it. If it's done tonight, it's 10. But that's tonight or never. That's up to you. Click the link in my bio and for the information. That's all you need to do. Okay? All right, very simple. All right, and then there's the scan code too. We play my way. All right, and in the link, you'll find the phone number to that as well. So what do? If we want to play, I want you to understand you're stuck with me almost every day, okay? I'm not going to basically go away. I've done this for 49 years. I've created millionaires and billionaires, rich and famous people too. If we take a blueprint, this is basically American Express offering you up to $250,000. They offer here, and it says 99 more cards, okay? So if I got these 2 here, okay, all I need to do is basically daisy chain it to 99 more, how much I got. Again, I think that's a little crazy, but that's what I don't want you really to do. I like you to focus on 9, okay? You see, 9 makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you. What do? They want to see $100,000 in and out the bank account, all right, per month, and about 30 transactions. If you don't have that, I do, so I can help you with that with your corporate as a division of mine. We can work together on that process too. The goal is to make sure, because I got all the pieces you're missing. What do? We get to win. All right, David got 240, Carrie got 210. I believe this money should be used for one purpose. Let's buy a piece of a automatic income or franchise or something, okay? But if you help me, help you, and help other people, what do? Everybody gets to win. All right, tonight you can go out there and get me 100 followers. That would be great. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers by Monday. There's our goal. Simple. Follow the live, follow the live. Give me those hearts. Basically, follow me, help me, all right, DM me, all these things you need to do. But again, I'm just trying to help you. All right, I'm now on TikTok. Ray Reynolds on TikTok. Fantastic. Go goody. I'm making some mistakes, but I'm learning about TikTok too. But guess what? You've made a lot of mistakes. Why? Because you never listened to me. I'm going to tell you the truth. It'll set you free. I don't have any blah, blah, blah besides the truth. It'll set you free every time. We look behind that curtain every time. When I was a kid asking the grown-ups, could you do this or that? I thought grown-ups were dumb. When I grew up, I realized they were dumb. Sorry. That's just my opinion. When they said no, when I looked behind the curtain, no, it doesn't mean no. It means I don't know how. For me, it's called stay strong, stay safe, do your best, let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. I'm not perfect. I'll hold your hand. I say things probably I shouldn't say because I'm also a licensed pastor in California. But again, I got to be me. I got to be true to myself. If you want me to help you, it's very simple. All you got to do flat out is basically click the link in my bio, more information. You got to talk to somebody. You talk to Renette tonight. What I offer tonight is now, and we're going to do now, and we're going to hold your hand. It's going to be up to you. You have the ability to change your life if you want to. I would tell you flat out one thing, okay? Share the life. Share the life. Help me. I want to help you. Did you learn more tonight? Have you probably learned anywhere else? Probably. And if we do the classes and the workshops on Saturday, 5 classes live, I think I can change your life. What do you think? You should have known this stuff a long time ago. Find someone out there who's teaching and preaching like I do. It doesn't exist. The reality is God gave me an assignment for you. So we're going to do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget the end of the day. All right. God loves us all. Have a happy holiday. And I'd like you to basically do one more thing. Click the link in my bio and get more information and get stuck with me. Have a great and a blessed day. Thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you that you gave me the opportunity to show you what I designed for myself, getting to millions of billions. And that was the ultimate goal. So from here, it's very simple. Have a great and blessed day. I hope you click the link in my bio and get more information from me.